How's it going, everybody? So I know it has been way too long since I've last updated you guys. Life definitely has had some twists, you could say, and also this weather has been horrible. I uploaded this reel right here from just a few days ago, and it was snowing on on June 12th on the top of Loveland Pass. Yeah, I know it's Colorado and the weather's crazy, but it has been such constant cloud cover and rain. I haven't made much progress recently on the 14ers project. And I've also been really busy with some other work that I've got going on. So all kinds of things are kind of lining up to slow down this project. But we do have a video coming today of the hardest night I have ever had out under the stars. This is the video vlog of photographing Grays and Torreys from the summit of Grizzly Peak. Until now, I've been kind of grabbing the low-hanging fruit of this 14ers project, but that ends now. I can't drive to where I'm shooting. We're going to hike almost 6 miles, and we're going to climb up to 13,333 feet to photograph 2 14ers. You want to come with? Let's do it. Grays and Torreys Peak, originally named Haniyawu by the Arapaho people, are about an hour's drive from Denver. Grays Peak, at 14,270 feet, is the sister mountain to Torreys Peak at 14,267 feet, and they're some of the 2 most popular 14ers in the state. Grays and Torreys Peaks are the 9th and 11th highest mountains in Colorado. The 2 peaks are connected by a saddle about 3/4 of a mile distance, making them a perfect 2-for-1. Located right off of I-70, these are the 2 most accessible 14ers to Denver. Torreys Peak, named after John Torrey, who lived from 1796 till 1873, who was a well-liked and highly accomplished scientist who had been referred to as America's first botanist. Torrey's student, Asa Gray, who lived from 1810 to 1888, went on to have a botany career equally as distinguished as his mentor. The 2 are immortalized in the neighboring peaks. Both summits were named by fellow botanist Charles C. Perry. Perry made the first recorded European ascents of the peaks in 1861. Torrey never climbed the peak named in his honor, but he did see it from afar in 1872, a year before his death. Asa Gray also first saw Grays Peak in 1872, but the energetic 62-year-old actually climbed to the summit of his namesake mountain. Welcome to the Continental Divide, everybody. This hike has turned out to be very entertaining. I'm always tragically optimistic. I think it's what allows me to do these kind of weirder things, the more adventurous things, but sometimes it doesn't go well for me. Along this ridge, you have to go up and down several smaller peaks before the main climb, which is still behind me. And I thought in my noggin, I could kind of traverse around one of the peaks and not climb too much above the saddle, just save me a little time and a little vertical. Yeah, that was a stupid idea. Most of it went okay, but I ended up on a fairly steep pitch, but I had to traverse. The snow was variable, to say the least. Some of it was kind of packy and nice, like you can make good footsteps in it, but because this time of year, if you can't tell, this is a chunk of ice right here. So I found a big old field of pretty much ice. It was sketchy to get across because it was so steep. If I slipped, I would be updating you guys from the bottom of the mountain instead of the top. But made it through and found the proper trail again, and now I'm on one of the saddles below Grizzly Peak. I think I'm below Cupid Peak. I don't know. Whatever peak I'm below. I wasn't expecting it to be as windy as it is. I don't know if the microphone's picking up the wind, but I always plan on these bigger hikes in like the middle of a several day cycle of nice weather, because usually it gets really windy up here as storms are leaving and as storms are coming. Our next storm isn't for 2 days. I thought it would be not windy, and I was wrong. It is crazy windy up on that ridge. So right now I hunkered down beneath this rock. We're probably like 12,500, almost 13,000 feet right here. This is, yeah, good adventure. I am going to make the push. I'll see you guys on top of Grizzly if everything goes well. One thing I'm not very excited about too is I was hoping not to do this alone. I had a buddy that was going to come with me, but life changed his plans for him and he wasn't able to make it. Reached out to a few others who are busy or out of town. I don't want to be up here alone. As much as I love being alone, it's just not, it's not as safe, but I guess that's what we got to do. We're going to make this project happen. It's almost kind of refreshing to bring you guys along with. I feel like in a way I'm not alone. I don't know. Placebo company, but it's working. Okay. Feeling good. Legs are feeling good. Feel like I have enough energy. Gonna make this push to the top. See you guys up there.
Man, I was so optimistic at that point. Hunkered down on those rocks, the wind wasn't too bad, and the hike up to that point wasn't horrible, but I was right on the edge of where the hike got pretty miserable. Right after these rocks, I had to go down probably 300-400 feet of really steep and sketchy down climbing, and then up these switchbacks in the dark on a hike I've never done before to get to the summit of Grizzly Peak. And the hike overall wasn't terrible. In the daytime with nice weather, yeah, that's an easy-ish hike. But man, that wind was insane. It was probably like 50 miles an hour, I'm guessing. Constant wind. It's not like there was gusts and then breaks where you could get a little bit of a relaxation time. No, it was like being in a river of air and like ice and chunks of stuff hitting you in the face, and you're hiking up this way and you're getting hit here, and then you're hiking on this other side and you're getting hit on the other side. I survived because I'm updating you here. The next thing you're going to see is my video from the top of Grizzly Peak.
Oh, well, we made it. We are officially on top of Grizzly Peak. That hike whooped my butt so bad. So I'm hunkered down. There's a little bit of a rock ledge right there, right at the summit, and I'm literally on the ground trying to get out of the wind. It's really, really steep. The hike is really steep to get from that low saddle up Grizzly. I'm not stoked right now. I am stoked about the view of Grays and Torreys. They look beautiful from here. I'm gonna start taking some photos pretty soon, but I did good at, I think, managing my temperature, because it's tempting to put on all your layers because you're cold on the hike. But if you do that, you get sweaty. And then if I was up here and I'd been sweating that whole way, nope, that wouldn't work out because that sweat would freeze and so would I. Getting down's gonna be hard because it's a mix of ice, snow, some rock, some loose rock, some scree, some gravel, some boulder hopping. I'm tempted, a little bit tempted, to wait until morning. Wait until at least the sun's up so I can see better. I don't know if I can hang out that long. It is so cold. Enough complaining. Time to get to work and do what we came here to do. I brought the RP with my 15 to 35 RF lens because I wasn't sure what focal length I would want. I figured somewhere between those, so I just brought that lens. I brought the Nomad tracker. I don't know if I'm going to use it. I might just do some stacks. It's just so windy. I don't know how well that Nomad will work. And I'm starting to get cold. I'm starting to get really cold as I sit here. Okay, I need to get this done. Yep, I need to get this done.
A few minutes later.
I am so stinking cold right now. And it's not even a temperature thing, it's just this awful wind.
2 feet that way. It doesn't stop. It hasn't stopped once. But the camera stuff is working out. I got a couple panoramas and I got a couple series of stacked images. The Milky Way looks great. No complaints there. Mountains look awesome, so I think it's worth it. Then I thought the cold was behind me. I thought we left that back in March. Apparently it's still winter, 13,333 feet above sea level. I'm not waiting any longer up here. I will freeze. Packing everything up. I will see you guys back down at the car. If I update before that, you'll know something went wrong. So hopefully the next thing you see is me all cozy in my Jeep, which is 2.7 miles away. And I have to go down and up and down and up and down and up and down to get there. Someone better buy these prints. I'll have them available. Please, one of you, buy prints. Even a small one. Just a small one. I don't care if it's an 8x10. Buy these prints to make this worth it. Oh boy. We made it. I'm so lazy I couldn't even get my regular camera out of my bag again. I got nothing for you guys. Office Alex left to... Yeah, even that is too bright. Office Alex left to fill you guys in. I'm exhausted. Like, comment, subscribe. Well, we survived. So that video you just saw was shot on my cell phone. My eyes were so messed up from the wind that even having the tiniest bit of light on was excruciating. But worth it, I think, because check out these photos. This first one I'm showing you guys is a stack of 20mm shots from the summit of Grizzly Peak. So Grays and Torreys really stand out nicely. Torreys is on the left and Grays is on the right of those two highest peaks. And the Milky Way was rising perfectly. So this is what made that hike worth it, is that I got this incredible view of these two mountains and Chihuahua Gulch down to the south of Torreys and the rest of the mountains that kind of scoot off towards Montezuma. Now, I've already shared these images on Instagram and Facebook and stuff, and it's funny, I got a couple of comments that they thought it was interesting how I was blending the twilight. Is twilight in the morning? I don't even know. Whatever, like, the people thought the sun was rising in this image because of that light glow, and I was able to get the mountains and the Milky Way in there too, but really, that is the light pollution from Denver. Now, why it doesn't look too bad is because I was using the light pollution reduction filter from Move Shoot Move, and that did a really nice job of enhancing the magentas and also limiting the light pollution from the city of Denver, which has gotten really bad in the last few years. But that filter did a really nice job and kind of made a more clean image. So there is our first composition of the night, and this was really what I was hoping to get. This is like exactly what I wanted from the night. This Milky Way panorama arching perfectly over Grays and Torreys with the light of Denver in the background. I didn't quite go horizon to horizon because if I went too much further left, the photo would have gotten kind of uninteresting as it kept going. So I really wanted to focus on more of Grays and Torreys here, but yeah, this is one of my favorite images I've gotten so far, and it's gotten a really good reaction so far online. So the way I made this photograph was by using my Canon RP and my 15 to 35 RF lens, and this lens is performing really well for astro. I definitely recommend this if anyone is in the market for a wide angle zoom for the Canon RF system. So using these, I set my camera on using this L bracket here, set it on the tripod vertically, and I made my panorama doing 3 shots per frame of my panorama. So I wanted to stack those in case any planes or whatever flew through the image. So I did 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I made a pan from the south towards the north. And I think it worked out really, really nicely. So thank you guys for watching, and thanks for following along on this adventure. As I was pleading to you before up on the mountain, please buy one of these prints. It would mean a lot to me. Links are down below. They're available through my print website through darkroom.com. And I will be getting out, I hope, this Sunday. So right now it's June 15th, and I hope I'm getting out this Sunday because it will be a new moon. And finally, I think we have a break in the weather. So I'm going to head up to Rocky Mountain National Park to try to get some images of the Milky Way over Long's Peak. So that should be a good adventure, be able to take you guys with me. All right, please subscribe to this channel if you'd like to see more of this silly adventure. And in the future, I'll be making a lot more of like astro tutorials, backpacking tutorials, like what gear to bring with you for these type of adventures. If you guys could hit that thumbs up. And if you want to follow my work a little more closely, you can go over to Instagram, follow me here at Cosmic Colorado. I will be uploading every single image I get, as well as updating the stories there. All right. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you on the next mountain.